Good morning, tennis peeps. It's a beautiful morning here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Weather's starting to turn on us. I'm at this gorgeous Chenal Country Club in Little Rock, Arkansas. Check this out. They have a grass court, a beautiful grass court, very well kept. They open it up in the spring, I believe. I can't wait to get out and try to play on it. I really have only hit on grass court a couple of times. I've never actually played on it or match, so I look forward to maybe we can get out and play a set on the grass court. Just a beautiful property. It really reminds me of when I was of the Duke campus when I was playing basketball for them. I'm just kidding. I have no affiliation with Duke. Someone just gave me the pullover and I really like it. It's warm. It's a little nippy this morning. But anyways, today I set up a hit with a coach here at the club who's a very good player. His name's Julio. And we're going to try out this new racket I got in the mail. It's the Zeus Custom. Zeus is a smaller racket company that I met the distributor, one of the distributors, Greg, online. And I really like the vibe of the company and I like their philosophy, and the rackets are really well made. So I was looking for something good on my arm and he said this is what you should try, and so we're going to give it a hit today. But first, yeah, there it is. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Coach Julio's a pretty good player, so I would imagine he's going to kick my butt pretty bad. But it gives me an opportunity to really swing out with the racket and give it a shot, and maybe we'll have a few good points I can edit in. Be sure to subscribe. Friday I have a Skype conversation or a Zoom conversation with Greg, the guy who gave me the Zeus racket or sold it to me, and we're going to just talk tennis rackets. I'm not a racket tech guy. I'm not one of those guys that's going to be able to tell you all about the subtleties and intricacies of racket technology and string technology, but I know what I like, and I've been in tennis a long time, and I have my general philosophy on rackets, and I'm looking forward to talking to him about that. So be sure to subscribe, and we'll put that video together soon. So I wanted to share some of my points against Coach Julio with you, see if we can learn some stuff about ability levels and how to improve. I probably play at a strong 4.5 level now. I've definitely been at a 5.0 level, and I could probably get there again. Not that I have any intention of really getting back into competitive tennis too seriously. Coach Fabio is a strong D1 player, so he did have his way with me a little bit today, but I think I had a few good points with him to where maybe I could get him to play with me again, so that's important. Before we go into why Coach Julio is a stronger player than me and what I can do to improve my tennis game, and maybe you can too, I'd like to give myself a little bit of compliments here. So my serve, I think I served well. I think I served good against Coach Julio. It's a shot that maybe because I serve a lot in my tennis lessons to demonstrate, but it's a shot that I feel confident I can hit hard, I can hit in, and I can hit consistently. I can hit it to places I want to hit it. And I think that's part because I have decent fundamentals on my serve. I use a continental grip. My racket passes over my head in the hairbrush position. I come around to the ball with the edge of the racket, and then I pronate to contact. And having a decent understanding of having different degrees of spin for safety, and then knowing how to stop my body segments to get a good power line, to get good racket head speed, is a reason I think I have a pretty good serve. And again, like I said, I did play some pretty good points against Coach Julio. I had some moments where, I felt like I was back in college tennis, or I was playing competitive tennis regularly again. So I think I did at times challenge him, hopefully. But in the end, I just don't play a lot. So I think even if I was playing a lot, there'd still be some things I need to get stronger at to do better against Coach Julio. But for now, some things that I can just work on is just miss less. And I think all of us can try to reduce our unforced errors. And I think in this particular match against Coach Julio, one of the reasons I missed, other than not playing a lot, is I knew that I had to get a little more on the ball. And I'll explain that here in a little bit. I'll show you how he just is a higher level player than me. But when you try to go outside of yourself and reach and hit a bigger ball, yeah, sometimes you're going to have more errors. And honestly, that's part of improving as a tennis player. You have to go outside of yourself. You have to play better players and you have to try to go outside yourself. And you're going to miss a little more when you do that. It's called reaching in athletics, when you try to go a little bit outside of yourself. But I gave him some free points. I definitely had some unforced errors. But the other reason I think I still have an issue on my forehand where my racket will fall back on edge and I don't close my racket face at the bottom, and I usually end up open at the hit. I also don't keep the racket face closed through the hit. I don't let my arm kind of supinate in enough to keep those strings closed throughout the hit. So I'd like to fix that on my forehand. I think I do kind of have it fixed in when I can just rally, and in a couple of my hitting lessons I notice I can fix it. But it's these situations where the ball's coming fast and not thinking about it that motor learning program has not changed. So that is something a reason I would like to get back playing competitively more, is possibly so I can fix that forehand. But in the end, the truth is that you'll see I hit some balls that keep Coach Julio in the defensive and neutral position, and he's still forcing errors out of me from the red defensive position. So what that means is I'm not hitting a big enough ball to kind of neutralize him in certain situations. If a player is behind the baseline and they're making you reach and create errors, it's not that you're hitting the ball to them. It's just that the ball you're hitting to them, they're able to set up and direct to where they want with a lot of force. And that means they're a higher level player. And that's where I was just trying to hit a bigger ball a lot of times, so I'd make a couple more errors. And also my forehand, with that motion in the hit, I can't swing as fast as I would like to get enough pace on the ball, so Julio can't have his way with me. And whether it's a weak volley I hit to him that he was able to lob me on, or a weak approach that he just pounds a ball at me. I mean, here's a situation where I had a kind of a volley that I wanted. I had the volley, but the ball just had too much pace on it coming at me, and it just created the error. And so that's where in the end, he hits a bigger ball. He anticipates way better. You know, I'm hitting a tennis ball, and he's on his way to get it before I even make contact. So you can't get past the fact that a guy like Coach Julio's played so much high-level tennis, and in a way where he's required to win in those situations, that he's just going to beat you. And that just comes from playing a lot, really accumulated time over the course of years. That's where you can't cram in tennis. You got to just keep getting out there day in, day out, try to hit a bigger ball, try to learn to anticipate a little better, and try to learn how to get wins. So anyways, I hope that had some details that might help you become a better tennis player. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the video. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.